This video you are watching right now, your phone, your computer, artificial intelligence, nuclear weapons, the economy, even the future itself. They all came from a single mind, but chances are you've never even heard his name. This is the story of one of the most dangerously intelligent people in history, John von Neumann. Quietly, the man who designed the modern world. The world usually chooses its heroes incorrectly. The spotlight was on Einstein, but the headlines belonged to Oppenheimer. But behind the scenes, there was someone who truly understood everything. How computers would work, how wars would be won, how machines would think. A man who knew all this before they even existed. Von Neumann never became a celebrity because his ideas were beyond humanity's readiness. In 1903, a child was born in Budapest. His family noticed early on that he was different. At 6 years old, he could speak ancient Greek with adults. He could memorize pages of numbers at a single glance. He could remember telephone directories word for word. But the truly frightening thing was this: his mind never stopped. A professor would later say, von Neumann didn't solve a problem, he disintegrated it. Europe's best universities were filled with people like him. But that wasn't enough. He went to America, to the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. Do you know who else was in those same hallways? Albert Einstein, Kurt Gödel, Oppenheimer. But years later they confessed, his fastest thinking mind was von Neumann's. When Einstein struggled with mathematics, he would have him check the equations. In the 1940s there was no such thing as a computer. There were only massive, senseless machines. Von Neumann asked just one question: what if instructions could be stored just like data? This idea was the birth of the modern computer. Every device you use today is built upon the von Neumann architecture. Memory, processor, input, output. He established this structure. And the ironic part is this: he didn't use a computer himself. Even before the term artificial intelligence existed, von Neumann noticed something very disturbing. Machines might one day improve themselves. They might even replicate themselves. That's why he said, at some point, human intelligence may be left out of the game. This wasn't science fiction, it was a warning. Von Neumann took part in the Manhattan Project. He was the one who performed the mathematical calculations to ensure the atomic bomb exploded in the most destructive way possible. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. War had now become an equation, and he saw the consequences of this before anyone else. In the late 1950s, von Neumann fell ill. Brain tumors. His memory was still powerful, but his body had begun to collapse. It is said that before his death he remarked, "Perhaps we have gone too far." The world we live in today is no coincidence. Computers, artificial intelligence, war strategies, economics, all of them still operate on his ideas. John von Neumann was the silent architect of the modern world. And perhaps we are only just beginning to understand him. In this series, we will explore the unknown aspects of John von Neumann. We will examine each of his ideas, each of his experiments, and each of his visions in greater depth. His world-shaping intellect shaped not only the past, but also designed the future from today. And we will begin to discover what kind of revolution he truly created. Because Neumann's thoughts are still alive in the world we live in today. Soon we will discover much more. Don't forget to like and follow.